Hello and welcome to Channel Sport on Sunday. I'm Ken Ochonogo. For those who follow history, there was the Night of the Long Knives. And then there was also the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. February the 14th. Yesterday, it did happen from London to Madrid. The echoes of the fall will be reflected right there in the tables you're going to see. Last week we did tell you here that Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, PSG then, Liverpool, Napoli, those things have perfect record. They've won every game they've played in their respective domestic leagues. But yesterday, Bayern didn't fall because, the one we call Hurricane went up there and did it. 100 goals in 104 games. They said that is the best in the top 5 leagues in Europe, the best ever. That even Ronaldo and Haaland couldn't best him. So we thought it was going to be that flow. But then it wasn't what I was expecting. Because PSG already fell to Azebi. And in fact, the man said, I came to France. I came to Ligue 1 because of something like this. We can't be having just one team that is bugaing, winning all their games. I came to beat them. And it did dent their record. And we thought that was all. But no, it wasn't. Because somewhere in Madrid, the derby was done what I would have a Merseyside derby, where only one team has been winning. In fact, a team has 16 wins to the other one 3 in the Merseyside. But at Madrid, okay, they started. And me, I was watching that game. I trust game. And the way Atletico started, Real Madrid was just loading over them. I look, this man has spent, Diego Simeone, this man has spent 14 seasons right there. Maybe it's time for nothing. What to motivate him again? Let him just work. But then there are games and there are games. There are halves and there are halves. And it turned to St. Valentine's Day Massacre. I was trying to get that words right, and I got it. Then, when we thought all is over, Liverpool traveled to London and said, okay, here is this team, Palace. In fact, that is the same thing that did beat them at the beginning of the opening game of the season, the ceremonial opening game of the season. You understand? The Charity Shield. And it went on to penalties. I don't know. Look, the invisibility is already gone. We all know now that there is only one unbeaten team in the whole of the EPL. And that was the team that ended. Because it was a game of the unbeatens. Liverpool unbeaten and Palace unbeaten. So at the end, they don't let me. I'm not the one going to tell you that this is the team that got beaten, and this is the team against all odds. Nobody would have expected that after game 6 in England, that the only unbeaten team will be a team that sold Michael Olise to Bayern, sold Ebere Chieze, to Arsenal. They sold their best assets, and they are still there. When we look at those results, you will say about assets and selling and the results of how they survived. But today on the continent, on Friday it was good for Nigeria because Remo Stars, did qualify for the first time. They scaled that hurdle in the CAF Champions League. But then the next thing is that they are going to play the almighty Mamelodi Sundowns. But then I tell you this, 11-11 will be on the pitch. And I believe we'll see them through. But today in action, Rivers United will be in action. Kwara United will be in action. Abia Warriors will be in action. Those Kwara and Abia, they're making that debut on the continent. Rivers, they saved us. By their performance last season, that was why we have two teams. But I think, if these teams can enter into the group stages, then I bet you it will. We'll look at how they fared in the first leg and what we're expecting in the second leg. So it's not all that, because at the Rugby World Cup, England also came up and said, look, Canada, I'm not going to wait first. It's not yet your turn to add to the list, because since 1991 that tournament started, only 3 countries have won it. It's an exclusive club. In fact, the only one country has 6 wins. Others are just starting behind. You understand? This is about, I think this is the 10th edition of the Women's Rugby World Cup. The under-20 also started right there. And then I don't know how much we have tried. I think we played 2 finals. I don't know if we can go a step further. But it is, to me, winning tournament is good. Of course, it gives that positive look on our league. It gives the scouts or producer, where are these ones coming from? Where you have these good ones, there are other ones. That opportunities to our players, to go over. If you check the MLS, where the players are dotted, you go to Europe, PSG, Brighton, everywhere you see Nigerian ladies doing it well. You understand? So there's no doubt about that. And of course, how can we not discuss this? Because I'm just mentioning Brighton. Something just said, look, you all understand that she was number 4 in the world, voted by her peers, voted by the journalists, and said, yes, Chiamaka Nnadozie is the 4th best goalkeeper in the world. Yes, somebody told me, is it male or female? When we talk about the winning Ballon d'Or, do you say Ballon d'Or male? After the Ballon d'Or male and Ballon d'Or female, it's your category. Just like in boxing, if you are fighting a lightweight, you don't go and fight a heavyweight. Lightweight fight lightweight. Midweight fight middleweight. Welterweight fight welterweight. Flyweight fight flyweight. So it is in your category that they judge you. They don't judge you that did you fight this other person unless you want to have a catchweight contest, which of course Terence Crawford did and knocked down Cane. He didn't knock him down. Unanimous. He got that thing done. So basically, it does happen, but at least you must fight in your weight category to protect your brain before somebody with a heavier punch knocks it out. Okay, those are the things we want to look at. The Catalans in the house, and then I like pricking them. So let me start with this: Ousmane Dembele.
Yeah, good afternoon. It's good to be back. The fact that I won't start seeing like this, I'm unhappy. And I'll answer your question.
Yeah.
Ousmane Dembele.
Yes.
Ballon d'Or winner.
Yeah.
We saw the humble beginnings from France. Started moving on to Borussia Dortmund. And then the club that he termed the club he had always wanted to play for.
Yeah,
he said it. It's not my
no,
words.
Of course, yes.
His words, not mine.
Yeah, but he won the Ballon d'Or play for another club.
His words, not mine. The club
he won the Champions League play for another club.
His words, not mine.
He won the league.
His words,
he was not injured. He's held the play for another club. Yes.
Like I said, his
Go
words,
ahead.
not mine. The club he has always wanted to play for, the club of his life.
Yes.
FC Barcelona.
Yeah.
Thanking players like Messi and Iniesta, having to play with great footballers in those two. And then finally PSG, where he finally won the Ballon d'Or. He won the treble under Luis Enrique, and now finally clinching the Ballon d'Or. He's now become only the 10th player ever in the history of the game. So I won the Ballon d'Or, a UEFA Champions League, and a World Cup. It's a very, very, very exclusive list. Only 10 players have achieved that. And it just
Mbappe
shows...
is yet to achieve that.
Mbappe is yet to achieve that.
I think he will achieve it.
Most likely because he's won the World Cup already. He plays for Real Madrid, who have won more Champions League than any other team in history. So there's always a chance that he could win it with Real Madrid.
The day he wins the Champions League, he will win Ballon d'Or.
He will definitely win the Ballon d'Or because regardless of what anybody says, as far as I'm concerned, he might play for a team I do not like, but Kylian Mbappe, I think, is top.
I think if Argentina has not defeated France, you do not score a hat-trick in the
final of the World Cup. That kind of game, no, Ken, it was always going to happen. So Ousmane Dembele, for all the talk of he wasn't serious with his career, always spent more time in the hospital than on the pitch, and all of that, I'm so glad that he's been able to overcome all of these challenges, and finally he's lifted the Ballon d'Or, cementing himself as one of the greatest footballers of all time. If anybody had called him an average footballer before, they can't call him an average footballer anymore. I'm sure maybe when Marcus Rashford wins the Ballon d'Or, Okpe will see the lights.
I don't know Okpe will be in the studio. We are still expecting Okpe to join us. But then we took it that way because, of course, it's a charity begins at home. Two Nigerians, were number 4 in the world. Chiamaka Nnadozie and then Justin Madugu, were voted number 4. I mean, it tells you, that when you are recognized, when you do well, they will recognize you, irrespective of whatever people's opinion. Chiamaka has been up there doing it for club and country. Stopping penalties. I remember that, I think when Paris played this one, I think against PSG or one of in the cup final, she did that and became man of the match. She moved over to Brighton, and from her first game,
when goalkeepers start scooping women of
the match,
you know that
superlative performance.
I said it last year.
Yeah, that
I felt she was the best shot stoppers on the continent.
Yes,
on the continent. I said it last year, and this year, even before the Ballon d'Or ranking, I said I feel she's top 3 in the world.
You said so.
I
doubted you, but you said
no.
so.
No, it's fine.
And
it's a thing of joy for me because
that you have one over me.
Do you understand? But it just shows you like how much work she's put into her craft to get to where she is right now. I always say it's Ken. A lot of people have not played football to this level, or have not worked with footballers, so they might not understand. If you are the best footballer in your local government, if you are the best footballer in your street.
In your street.
You're
already a star.
You're a star.
you walk with shoulders raised high.
So imagine when you're not rated the best goalkeeper, or the 3rd or the 4th best goalkeeper in the
whole
world.
Muhammad Ali did not say world. This is how Muhammad Ali said it. He said in the whole world.
In the whole world. Rank number 4. And not just by anybody, by your peers, by journalists, by legends of the game.
Yes.
Come on, it doesn't get bigger than that.
It doesn't get bigger than that. And just like we said, Justin Madugu, I don't know if his contract has been,
you fear to talk about.
No, calm down now. Sometimes you go to look for the right words to choose. Because he had a contract taken in there. Yeah. But I don't know if they don't renew him. You understand? But he is the 4th best coach in the world. Yeah. And I tell you, this stands them out coming into the next CAF awards.
Yes.
I think basically we are seeing the African
she's already a front runner for the African
footballer of the year. I mean, she's
the
only one on the continent.
Yes.
And Justin Madugu also, is up there ready to grab that. So we're supposed to talk a little about NNL. A lot of them happening, but we wanted to reach out, to the board to enlighten us on a few things, probably by next week, because right now they all went to Ballon for the AGM and on their way on our respective ways home. So that is why. But then let us start from the continent. Let us see what is happening on by CAF Champions League. Like we said, Remo Stars won home and away. Scored 5 goals without conceding. 1-4 right there at MK Abiola Stadium in Ibadan. We have 2 MK Abiola Stadiums now. Yeah. One in Abeokuta and the other one in Abuja. So I mean, all right, that is the result
against Zulimaju.
Zulimaju.
Yes, they had gone at home. It was 4-0, and then
5-0 on aggregate.
5 goals on aggregate.
And today Rivers United, take on Oilers du Congo.
Congo, yeah.
And then the first leg ended 0-0.
Ended goalless.
So right there, please. Rivers is playing home away from home. Yeah. Because they are not playing in Port Harcourt, they are playing in Uyo. Every one of us right there should go and support Rivers United. Please, if you are around Uyo, if you are around Calabar, if you are around Port Harcourt, if you are around Aba, please just go over there and make sure that you support. And I know they are going to trade the gates open. So when you go there, I'm not sure you're going to pay school. Gate. No, I want those school fees. See me. You're not going to pay.
School fees period. So we understand.
You are not going to pay
fees at all.
Your fees at all. Just go over there and support and give your support to Rivers United. We owe them this because, like I said, without Rivers United, we won't be having 4 teams on the continent.
Yes.
Because our coefficient of performance has gone low. I mean, they needed to achieve what they achieved in their last game for us to still retain this particular status. So we expect every one of you, Please, please, please. 1-0-0 draw in first leg is like a bananas,
because we still rely on
banana pills.
away
Yes,
goals here.
because if they come here and they score first, then you put on that treasure, you have to outscore them.
You have to outscore
Whatever
them.
it is, Rivers United must win this game.
Yes.
Whether it is 1-0, whether it's 2-1, whether it's 3-2, they must win this game to progress.
So they really
you understand?
I can't, not for anything. Yeah, my hope is we don't just do well. I hope we can go all the way and actually win this thing, because
it's been long.
It's been too long. It's been too long. The last time anybody won, that was 2004, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it is. See.
And Ken, we are talking about the FIFA World Club Cup that just ended.
Yes.
Regardless of winning the CAF Champions League, it's almost like an automatic qualification for you.
Not almost. It's automatic qualification.
No, FIFA even talked about maybe amending the qualification process and whatnot. But we know that once you win.
For now, PSG has qualified.
Automatically.
So if I say that if they have qualified, what are we talking about here?
If the Nigerian team is able to win it, I'm looking at the money that comes with playing in the FIFA World Club Cup, Ken.
Yes.
It was a lot. And unfortunately, there was no single Nigerian team that benefited from that
money.
From that money, man, it was too bad for me.
The money they were not dropping it. They shared $1 billion.
$1 billion.
They shared $1 billion and none came to us. In fact, the next one will come.
Exactly.
All right, let us also look at the CAF Confederations Cup, because our two teams are there. Like I said, these are two debutants.
Yeah.
They just, are coming on the continent for the very first time. Kwara United, the team from Ilori, and Abia Warriors, the team from Abia. Abia Warriors were leading 1-0, and they considered a late goal to Joe Leba of Mali. While for Kwara United, they started well, went ahead against Santi Kotoko. At the point, it was 2-2.
Yes.
As they got now from there, went 4-2 before they scored that goal. And I believe that goal that made them 4-3 will be enough, when they come, to play at M. Kabila Stadium to do that. While Joleba will host Abia Warriors, and then I hope that, yes, these two teams will also progress, after the preliminary rounds, moving to the second rounds and see if we can make the group stage. The journey is a little bit far. We start at this level because we've not been doing well.
Yeah.
If our league is rated, our players are doing well, we'll skip all this. We start, we can't be starting from the first hurdle.
First round, yeah.
The first round.
But do you also think that probably because our league started earlier this time around, the players are in tip-top shape going into the qualifiers?
I believe so, because you need to synergize. That's understanding need to be there. You understand? But then it feels like Remo Stars now, continuity. Finidis in his second term right there as the manager of Rivers United.
Second season. Let's not say
second season. Sorry, second season. I said second term. But he has shown that even with the guy that, when he was at Enyimba, he achieved this.
Yes,
he has also now achieved that with Rivers United.
Yes.
That stability, that understanding, that continuity is something that you understand your team before you go to the continent.
Synergies there,
and then not just playing. There used to be a lot of friendly matches in Nigeria. I would say pre-season tournament. With all kind of funny names. But right now, you are in a competitive mode. And then that is what you expect when you go to the continent. So that mindset is already there. So basically, that is what is going to be. So let's see. We'll open the lines now. If you want to join the show, a lot is on, like we always do here. It's open access. We do not conscript you. Tell us, we're just talking about the tsunami, the things that happen right there in the United Kingdom. But before here, let us on the continent of a European continent. I'm also giving you Africa here, things that are happening. But let us look at the NPFL. Let us look at the NPFL, what we expect you guys because some games were played yesterday and others. Okay, but these are the others. Do we have this still? Okay, we'll go back to that, but let us first take this.
So Khalifa will be hosting Barao FC and Nasarawa United.
Those are two newcomers to the NPFL.
Yes, and Nasarawa United will be hosting Katsina United. Shooting Stars will be visiting Warri Wolves or Wiki Tourists. We're taking on Enugu Rangers. And of course, I think the game that I really hope the stadium is full today. And somehow I want Ikorodu City to win. Enyimba fans might come out and say, Kabe, what are you talking about? Ikorodu City will be hosting.
Ikorodu is your city now. I don't know why.
Ikorodu City will be hosting Enyimba.
Yes.
Ikorodu boys like us, who am I?
Ikorodu to the world.
No, they'll be hosting Enyimba.
And they are doing well.
Yeah, they are doing well. We'll be hosting Enyimba today.
So Ikorodu City last season when they came up, their legs were shaky.
Yeah.
Suddenly they pinged.
They picked up that form and looked like a house on fire and just.
And bam, they were almost getting to the continent.
Yeah.
But then, if they can continue that way, they lost badly last week, but then they started well. Let's see, everything will lose.
Yeah.
But then, in the long run, give and take. If you win more than you lose, you are up there.
Definitely.
All right. That is the table for you.
Enyimba
on top.
Wow,
not too fast. I'm gonna come down. Enyimba on top, followed by Nasarawa United and Niger Tornadoes.
Yes.
Katsina
United, Rivers United follow closely. El Kanemi Warriors, Warri Wolves. Remo. Well, we know that they've had their
they're on the continent, because if you see Rivers United, they played 4 games.
Yes.
You see what Remo Stars, they played 4 games. You go down the Abia Warriors, they played 4 games.
Yes.
So all the Kwara United too would have played just 4 games.
Remo is 1 win away from getting into 2nd place. So, so I totally understand. But that's what happens when you're playing on the continent.
Yes, Rivers United too. If they win their first game, they go up.
Yeah.
So basically, but this is how it stands now.
But I'm not sure Olaf will be happy that Kwara, although they're on the continent as well.
They're on the continent.
Kwara in 15th.
You are picking.
And like I told you yesterday, that for fans like Olaf are the reason why I want to see Kwara United do really well, because
identifying with your team
every single time he calls into the studio, every single time you engage him at any point in time, he's always talking about Kwara United, and I think that's what the league needs. That's what the league this I think that actually pushed the league to where we want.
Ikorodu City, your city is right there at number 11.
Number 11, yeah.
So let us see if they do well today. I think it's just a win, because if you look at from the top. At 11 points separating, just about 7 points separating them from the team at
So it's still early days.
Very early.
A couple of wins, a couple of losses. The table will just
keep
turning. But this is where consistency really comes in.
Exactly.
You have your sight set on games that you are definitely going to win. It's not a bad thing to say, oh, I want to go away and try and fight for a draw. You understand? Manchester City with the almighty Pep Guardiola.
Once in a while he does that. When you know the best way you want to fight, that is the thing.
Because you always say this: the ball is round.
The ball is round, and
it could actually go either way. But sometimes there's no shame in admitting when somebody is bigger.
No, see, it depends on your strategy.
Yes.
If a David is going to fight a Goliath, do you go to wrestle him? No. You use a catapult.
Yes, from afar.
From afar.
And in the event that things don't go your way, you can't stand up. It reminds me of, you were talking about this yesterday, the Manchester United Bayern Munich game in Camp Nou in 1999.
Yes.
And Colina officiated that game, the legendary Italian referee. And he said, he was even shocked at the sight of what happened, because in a few minutes it seemed like Bayern were going home with this, and the next minute Manchester United are on top. Yes. And then he sees the player crying, the Bayern Munich player crying, and then he goes and he tells him,
Osei Kufu.
Yes, he say, get up. You still have 20 seconds to play. You still have 20 seconds to play. But again, but we all know how that game ended.
Because when they were leading, he started removing, I think Lotte Matthias, they were just making a substitute to contain Manchester United. And then, in the 95th, you can 1-0 till 90th minute. Then in the 91st minute, they got the corner.
Okay, you see what you're talking about Manchester United now.
No.
Let's maintain the same energy throughout the entire duration.
Yeah, we are going to do that. Of course, now I want to talk of EPL. This guy, he won't try. All right. Okay. That is the under 20 women World Cup qualifier.
Yes, okay.
We beat them 1-0 away, and in fact, this is just like replicating the Remo Stars result.
Yes.
Go away to win 1-0, go home to win 4-0.
4-0, yeah.
That was yesterday, and the girls are superb. And I was told that they were rewarded with $15,000 by the Oyo State governor.
Fantastic.
So the dollar ring, Mona the sender, it is good to motivate them. And then, like I said, beyond that, these girls showcasing their trade at the World Cup will also give clubs all over the world opportunity, to scout them.
Yes.
Only that we want to see a situation where, as Brazil is the only country that's won the World Cup 5 times, Brazil is a selling country.
Yes.
They scout from almost, South America. You see players from other South American league coming to play in South America. Yeah. Then they sell out. If players will leave Brazil, I don't know, Denison left for about $31 million. You understand? Becoming the costliest player in the world. Yeah. How much did Neymar leave Brazil? Yeah. So so these players leave and they pump the money back into the club
Yes.
or whatever. Of course, there are a few on the hand deals, but basically the economy benefits. So
Definitely.
if our players are leaving to go and play professional football in Europe or other places, you don't know the ripple effect. How many, the father, the mother, the brother, the sister, the friends that are dependent on this. But let the money come into the infrastructure no day now.
Barring even,
Yes.
we are even talking about Brazil. Barring even Bayern Munich.
Yes.
Almost every other club in the German Bundesliga is a selling club.
Yes.
Barring Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, and Real Madrid, almost every other club in the La Liga is a selling club. Maybe except Atletico Bilbao, who like to retain their players because it's a community-run club.
Yes.
There's no shame in selling. In fact, that should be the aim. It should be a
Bright
business.
team will come. No worry. Let's go on this short break. When we come back, we'll tell you about the Brighton and Chelsea story. Right. You're welcome back. It is the Channel Sport on Sunday. The lines are open. And Okpeyemi Ajala is in the house. Okpe, the tsunami that happened yesterday, did you see them coming? Atletico Madrid 5-2 Real Madrid. Crystal Palace 2-1 Liverpool. And then, somewhere else, did it happen again?
Brighton and Chelsea.
Brighton, 1-3 Chelsea. Okay, I think you saw that.
The Saturday for the underdogs.
Okay.
And for Liverpool, I think it's more of a double.
Okay, hold on. Are you saying Brentford is an underdog against Manchester United?
Double jeopardy for. I think for Liverpool, it was more of a double jeopardy. But again, you have the.
But this one is too emboldening,
No, this is the way. You need people at home to see this. Because somehow you were waxing lyrical about 1999, conveniently ignoring or leaving this out.
Brentford, Manchester United.
It was not the homecoming that Dembele wanted yesterday.
The thing is, I don't know, both the leader from the bench and the leader on pitch in Manchester United, I don't know what is happening. Bruno, like you said, is the top assister in the league. He has been so. But he's coaching too much than playing on the pitch. He wants to correct every bad pass. He wants to do everything. So he's not concentrating on his job. In trying to say, let us get it done. You can be there to carry out, if you can carry out the instruction. Making you the captain does not mean that you need to coach. Your fellow players. He has the act of complaining against when every whistle he complains against. Now you are not so how will you look about the big picture if all you are looking at is the fault from your players and from the referee and from other teams? So I think the team as currently is in this array. You bring in players, you bring in Sesko, you bring in Mbemo, you bring in Kunha, add to whatever the players you got in January transfer window, and yet the players that you shipped out are all doing well. You understand? And then the ones that you kept, these are the one that are doing whatever it is. I've always said this. Growing up, we were told that a bad workman quarters with his tools. When a manager wants to enforce respect, when you do not want to end that respect from your players, you understand? I mean, here you are, you've played 8 games on the road. You have 2 draws, and you lost 6. That is 8. The result 8 times 3 is 24. Out of 24 points, you have 2. If you send your child to school and he come back with his result, I said 2 over 24. What are you? I mean, okay. I tell you, let's take our first caller. Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. Ken.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. T. That's Mazo Crawford from Arochukwu.
Karam, how are you?
Yeah. Fine, Mr. Ken. Mr. Ken, honestly, the last match between Abia and was not very, very interesting at all.
Yes, and Joliba.
You see, yes, that 1-1 is short. Let's call it a time bomb, or I don't know. This is a match that Abia is supposed to have at least 3. Now, I start asking myself, what is wrong with the Akwa Ibom Stadium? That anytime a team goes there, they're still having problems. does it mean that the government does not encourage people to come and share the players, or what? Because if that stadium is no longer good, they can shift. Look for another good stadium.
There is no other good stadium, Mazokorafo. There is no other good stadium. So there is a minimum standard. Right now, MK Abila Stadium Abeokuta is just joining the fray. To say, okay, let this be number 2 or number 3. Because it is either Uyo or you go to Abuja to play. And we don't know the state of the Abuja pitch. I don't know what CAF has rated it. So, because of the National Sport Festival that they were just done, they have the MK Abila Stadium in Abeokuta. That is where Remo Stars is playing, and that is where Kwara United is going to play. The other alternative is going to Uyo. And even when Super Eagles play there, most of the time we open the gate free so that fans can come in. Nobody won't pay, go travel, go that side. It is as bad as that. Mazo Korafo, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. What I want to find out, what does it take the Sports Council to get another stadium of standard? What does it take? Because it's very, very disheartening to have only a white bomb as the best stadium in the whole of Nigeria. We have 6 geopolitical zones. Can't they produce at least have 6 stadiums or 6 geopolitical zones so that we can carry any of our matches to those places? Now, today, Rivers are going to play. We pray, like you rightly said, that the stadium gate is open for everybody. I bet there are people from Aruchukwu, Abia, Akwa Ibom, Cross River, Rivers at least should go, but even people from Imo or to go there and check the playground. It is not good for us to have a match in that very area to start having an empty stadium. It doesn't make sense. Even if this one, they said the gate is open. You see that you have a split country because at the end of the day, what is happening? It doesn't make sense. Good afternoon, Mazo Korafo from Aruchukwu. Mr. Ken.
Thank you, Mazo. Thank you, Mazo Korafo. Before I open the doors for my guys, to come in, it is quite pathetic because it is not the absence of stadia in Nigeria. We have a lot. Shooting Stars played internationally. They played in stadium. Rangers played internationally. They played in stadium. National played. They played in the stadium. Beast Lions they played in the. All right. We have teams that have represented Nigeria. But I tell you this, our maintenance culture is there. They have all turned into white elephants. Where is Adama Sengba Stadium? Go there. Where is Ogbe Stadium? I thought it was fixed. Go, where is Tafa Balewa Stadium in Kaduna? National Stadium in Surulere. National Stadium in Surulere. Our national edifice, our monument, national monument. Go and see there. I mean, I think they one of the past ministers, did that private sector participation with the public sector to say come and do, and then they were looking for $1 million to fix it. I don't know if that money was put in there. If the money was put, we've not seen the result. The same thing for Abuja. So we are in a quagmire. We don't say go and build. They say wants to host the Commonwealth. I laugh. Of course, they're going to be the president, and then they say, let us go. What do you want to host the Commonwealth with? When we hosted Koja with the stadium in Abuja with that built right there under Obasanjo regime. What is the state of MK Abila Stadium in Abuja? What is the state? You are begging for money to fix it. Come on, the best practice of when you build and then you now put in the maintenance structure, and then you come in and say you want to let that. Guys, I beg. Can we see look? Let us go.
I think for stadium,
yes.
One mistake we should not make: stadium or having stadia everywhere.
Yeah.
You don't build off location, and if you want to build off location, how connected are they to the transportation system?
Network.
There is hardly any major stadium in Europe that is off location, that is not connected to rail station.
Oh, let's take Gabriel. Angel Gabriel, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I want to talk on Man U manager, sir. In fact, to me, that man is a disgrace now. We have been so patient with him. We have been so patiently in all his complaints, all his excuses. I don't understand him. They should sack him. And sorry, sir, I want to ask, why are they not bringing Zidane as that to come and coach Man U? We need somebody like Zidane to come and coach Man U because we are tired of this man. We are tired of him. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Gabriel.
if you know how difficult it is to call into this show, if you know how difficult it is to call into this program,
yes,
and Gabriel calls, and look at the way he's pouring out his heart about Manchester United. I had a friend of mine that sent me a picture yesterday. He was in the hospital taking injections. He's a Man U fan. After the Man U game.
I take those results.
Premier League results from yesterday. Early kickoff, Brentford, Manchester United. We know how the game ended. It was 3-1. At the point when it was 2-1, Man U had the chance to go level. Bruno Fernandes got a penalty and missed it. Unfortunately,
the keeper saved it.
The keeper, he missed. The keeper saved, so it was 3-1. Chelsea, who started like a house on fire against Brighton, but this is a team that they bought from almost every single season for the past 4 to 5 years.
282 million pounds.
For the chairman of Brighton to call Chelsea their best customers, their biggest
customer dada.
They are buying from them. And you can take everything from them except 3 points. You know that there is a problem.
282 million pounds.
That's a lot. And then the battle of the unbeatens yesterday, Crystal Palace taking on Liverpool. It was a game that Liverpool were able to extend that run, continue that unbeaten run. And that might have been the case, but Crystal Palace had other plans.
They equalized in the 87th minute. I would thought that they've been doing it.
The chairman of Crystal Palace said something in 2015.
Yeah.
He said in the next 10 to 15 years, he believes Crystal Palace will begin to compete for the league.
And they've started.
This was in 2015. I saw that tweet yesterday.
But if you are doing that, you'll be a selling club.
Yes. Well,
you won't be selling Michael Olise, selling a Bereshieze if you want to start competing.
Maybe that was part of the grand scheme of things.
Okay, let me.
We can't see the big picture yet. But whether we like it or not, they won a major title for the first time in their history last season.
And then they now sold the Bereshieze.
And it actually went with what? See, that's when a club has a plan. He said 10 to 15 years. And this was in 2015. Okay. Exactly 10 years later, they won their first.
Maybe in the next 5 years.
They might win the league title. Okay. Nobody knows. But
if they stop selling.
Maybe they stop selling.
You can't talk about them only selling.
Yes.
They got the Europa Cup winning manager from Frankfurt.
Definitely.
So that's also a statement of intent.
Yes, statement of intent.
So again, we talk about the issue with Manchester United. Post-Ferguson, they've had issues with possibly every manager. To the extent that Ralph Ragnick said, look, I think we need an open surgery. And I think Conte will be the ideal manager for Manchester United as we speak.
Okay, you are the one that wants to
No, because if a person saying Conte and not Mourinho, it means that
Conte will be the ideal manager.
Mourinho has been there.
No, because with Conte, is take it or leave it.
Yeah.
It tells the management it's not management.
No. What has the management not done? You see, sometimes I want us to look at it this way. Post Alex Ferguson, they brought in Moyes, a player that said, look, you have stabilized everything, and from where you can shoot, if you have enough resources, you could do something. He didn't materialize. They went to bring in Louis van Gaal. Van Gaal they just took the Netherlands to the semi-final of the World Cup. Yeah. So if I've not done that, let me finish.
Let me interject before you move forward.
Okay, go on.
The same respected Van Gaal said something.
Yes.
That Manchester United is not a football club but a commercial club.
And so why did he say so?
He says
okay, no, now if you say it's a commercial club
beyond the power of the manager.
That's what I'm saying now. Now let us look at it. They brought in Mourinho.
The great Mourinho.
They brought in Mourinho.
The great Mourinho.
So this is a club. If a club is spending on Moyes, Mourinho, or whatever, they brought in Mourinho. And when Mourinho came in, they gave him so much money. Mourinho brought in Zlatan Ibrahimovic, one of the best players in the world. Mourinho brought back Pogba, the best young player in the world. Mourinho went to Germany and brought in the player of the season, Eric Mkhitaryan. Mourinho brought in Eric Bailly. They gave him all the resources. Rooney is there. Every other player is there. So what did the management do wrong?
And with Mourinho, they won 2 trophies.
No. What did the management do wrong?
No, Ken.
Yes.
Van Gaal said something.
Yes.
Because before Van Gaal made mention of a commercial club, that means there is something behind the scenes.
That is the opinion we are saying here now.
No, it's an informed opinion.
We are all saying the same thing.
With Van Gaal,
that's why I said let us look at what we are seeing.
Yeah.
And not what is at the back.
With Mourinho.
All right. Okay, let's take the next caller. Hello.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I'm Samba calling from Calabar.
All right. Are you going to watch Rivers United play today?
I'm ready to watch them.
All right, please do. Please, Samuel. Okay, go on. Go on.
Okay, concerning Manchester United and the match they played yesterday.
Yes.
I believe that I'm a Man U fan. I believe that Man U coach should be relieved on his duty because what he has done is very, very wrong. We, the Man U fans, have not been happy to watch Man U again anymore. So please, they should let him go.
All right. You guys want him to go. Okay, thank you so much. All right. That is Man U fans have been calling in because we're talking about, what the manager what the manager is doing.
For the women team, they are presently table topping and they are beating Liverpool in Liverpool as we speak 48 minutes. So it's no.
Obey, you are not nice.
They are
I've always said this. Obey, you are not nice. Obey, you are not nice. I mean, is it the same manager? Is it the same manager, coach?
But I have to agree with the last caller. I think Ruben Amorim is out of his depth. I think this club is bigger than Ruben Amorim. Ruben Amorim talks too much for a manager of a club like Manchester United. There are issues that I think that that would have been best kept in-house, but he decided to put it in front of the media. And when you do that, everybody's waiting for you to fail. The players that you allowed to go, you didn't just allow them go. You allow them go publicly with issues and with problems that you put out there.
I will come back to you, but let's look at it. Let's look at the table. Let's take a look at it because this table is so sweet. So, you understand? I don't
know whether Sunderland
have
got more points than Manchester United have gotten since beginning from April this year. Sunderland just gained promotion this season.
Yes. So you can see Sunderland there that went to bring Granit Xhaka. Granit Xhaka that Arsenal discarded and Leverkusen youth, they brought him back. And then we're talking about players that you are signing. I mean, this is, so tell me the crop of players that Manchester United have signed compared to what Bournemouth or what Sunderland have signed, that they are where they are. So sometimes you blame the board. You ask yourself, well, have they not given the resources for you to work? Somebody give you all the resources and you are not delivering. And you say, let us blame the club or let us blame them. That doesn't happen. Liverpool did what they did and then you brought in a slot after the club left, and then the consistency, and then they are spending money, so they are getting the result. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Kent.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I'm watching your program.
Yeah.
I heard somebody talking about stadium in New York as being the problem. I don't understand. Why is a stadium a problem? Because mind you, playing in their stadium and they are losing. And now Nigerian clubs are playing in New York. They are not doing well, and you are saying the stadium is the issue. I don't understand. That's why I said, let me just call you.
Samuel, wait first. Samuel, calm down. Are you going to watch Rivers United today? Are you going to watch Rivers United today? Are you going to watch Rivers United play?
No, the truth is that Nigerian league is the worst league. They don't come out. The standard is so low. That is what we should discuss, and not the stadium. God has helped us to get a better stadium, but we don't have teams to play in it.
To play in the stadium.
Yes.
Probably they're looking at it also, like looking at, apart from the clubs, also the national team. The Super Eagles played 4 matches there and won just 1, and lost and drew. I mean, so people are saying, look, why can't we do well, both the clubs and whatever? I don't believe in jinxes, of course. If I talk now, they'll tell about Bella Gottman and stuff like that. People are saying that is what they are looking at. But like you said, people just go over there and cut the goddamn knot and say, look, what operates to others does not affect me. You have a good pitch, go there and play. It is a level playing pitch. Okay. Thank you, Samuel. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
They have a good stadium. So why they okay? We are still on this. That Manchester City massacred Burnley.
Yeah, as usual.
Erling Haaland. It's like that dream that he had last season.
And I think it's still down to Rodri, if you ask me.
Yeah,
Rodri seems to have that psychological warfare of going into tackles and trying to win back ball from the opposition and breaking the line and all of that, with every single time he does it, he
did they miss him last season?
Yeah, he seems like he's getting his confidence. They missed him last season. It seems like he's getting his confidence back. And I always say this, he was at a point rated the best defensive midfielder in the world. And we saw it because he won the Ballon d'Or playing in that position.
Yeah.
And every single time he plays well. Manchester City plays well. And also
not just Manchester City, Spain. He has the record of going unbeaten.
Last season it seemed like there were times he was missing open chances, but this season, even though he's by his standards, still having the poor season, he's putting the ball in the back of the net. Getting 2 goals yesterday against Burnley. I think he's got about 8 goals.
But I noticed something that I have not noticed. I think it was this one. I even saw when I was checking some of those highlights. When the last goals he has scored, it's like the team do not celebrate with him, the way they normally do.
I wouldn't want to think.
I checked it. I said normally I don't notice things like that, but suddenly I noticed that. I mean, it wasn't there.
When
they scored 5 goals. You see how the other 3 were celebrated and how this own 2 goals.
No, it's a function of with the 3 points we secured the 3 points. So what is there?
So and again, the euphoria must have died down.
You don't want to humiliate your opponent.
He scored against Arsenal, which was their last game, and the team celebrated with him.
No, what I'm saying is because the nature of the goal, already 3 points well secured, and so that it won't appear as if you are trying to humiliate your opponent. So you just maintain
and Manchester City not really bother about humiliating opponents.
No. There is no.
Anyway, Aston Villa will be taking on Fulham today. That's the game I'm looking forward to seeing. Newcastle.
Do you want to live in a castle?
I don't know.
2 Champions League team.
I am in trouble on this.
This is a Champions League battle. Champions League in the APL.
Okpokpe is right. There are 2 Champions League.
So that is the Super Sunday.
Yeah,
that is the highlight of this week.
Yes.
Newcastle taking on Arsenal. Yes. The Newcastle that came out after 71 years to win the title.
They narrowly lost to Barcelona to 1-2.
He said it was narrowly. 5 minutes extra time, and Pedri retains the ball for 5 minutes.
Man won the last injury time.
No, I think Wolves played yesterday. Wolves played 1-1. That game ended 1-1 yesterday.
Considered the goal in the 9th in the injury time.
Yes, Tottenham came back. To pull a draw in that game. Yeah. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I like your program very much. I'm watching you last in Plateau State now.
All right, Barnabas, how are you?
Fine, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, looking at the table today, I personally am a fan of different Arsenal players.
Okay.
So we don't have anything losing today. We have to win the match by all means. So we are going to play by 4:30.
Oh yeah.
So I wish us the best. After the best.
Okay.
Win that match. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Barnabas. Thank you. I think I like Barnabas. I don't know if Okpe like Barnabas, but I actually like.
I think this
does Okpe like Barnabas?
Okpe doesn't really not like anybody.
The messenger, not the messenger.
Exactly.
The messenger,
Newcastle last season were to Arsenal what Aston Villa was to Arsenal 2 years ago. 2 years. And barring, yes, Alexander Isak, we know what he did for Newcastle last season. But I still think if Eddie Howe is able to get those boys. I saw the way they played against Barcelona. Yes, I knew they were going to lose that game, but the fight that they still put up, I was impressed.
You know they're going to lose that game.
Obviously, now come on.
You guys, the way I watch both of you, sometimes you don't know how I am the way you say certain things. Yeah. This one, 2 Champions League teams.
2 Champions League.
This one, I knew they were going to lose the game. Since when have you become Onkulao? You can see because in Barcelona, you guys are not serious.
I think Newcastle might be able to.
All right, this is the Rugby World Cup, yes. And then I tell you, in Canada against all odds. I tell you because going into this,
yes.
Rugby Canada raised $3.5 million. 3.5 million for this team to prepare them.
Alone, just that too.
Just say, look, so they didn't just jump into this, before they get to the final. It is a well thought out. It is an intentional act to say we want to be among the best. You understand? Okay. But they're playing against England. Of course, England is a world power. They are winning it for the 3rd time, and that is how this thing ended. And then you can see The only 3 nations have won.
Nigeria is not there.
No, Ken. Mine is this.
Mr. Rugby, we'll go bring Mr. Rugby because
we are talking of for a competition spending as much as 5.6 billion naira.
Yes.
When it gets to our turn in Nigeria, that is where I don't know who sponsored this kind of byline. Oh, the money should have used to construct road. The money should have been used for hospital. Maybe people don't know that.
The total budget 91.2 billion. Was what they gave to sports, including infrastructural development for a year.
Salaries,
concurrent expenditure, and the debt to them to also pay back. All is 91 million.
So again, when we celebrate
91 billion, sorry,
when we celebrate with people, we should understand that these things don't come cheap. You have to invest to get this return.
There. I mean, look at. All right, hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Raken, well, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How you
doing? Hold on. I'm good. I'm very good. Well, we're enjoying your program.
Thank you so much.
Like I said, I'm a Spanish fan, a Barcelona fan. So I'm very happy to understand Team Madrid.
Somebody's happy here. Somebody's happy.
Madrid never say anything less for me.
They never say anything.
Yeah, we're praying for Barcelona to make out. We're praying for Barcelona to make out their point today.
Okay.
But I want to preside on the local team. We enjoy. We like watching football.
Okay.
We like football very well. Like if Chelsea and Man U is playing, let me use England. If Chelsea and Man U is playing, I'd rather go to watch Plateau United match than any other local team.
I like that.
So please, I really want they should work on. Like before now, I know we've been watching Nigerian League. Those days, we were watching Nigerian League.
Exactly.
Mostly home team, you understand, must win their match. But now, actually, it's not like that.
God bless you, Sunday. God bless you for this observation.
Yeah, true.
So people don't see the positives. They want to highlight only the negatives. Yeah. God bless you for this. Yes.
Yeah, so, but we really want the team to we really want at least federal government to put eyes on us and do the team well so that we watch and we enjoy the league. Actually, the league is good.
Yeah.
No doubt about it now. Yes, but we really want, like now, we have a pitch here that cannot watch any calf, nothing. So we really want them to do something so that the pitch will look good and we watch both Super Eagles will come here and play the ball.
So we hope so too. I think that, is it Benway or so? I think they're also working on their stadium. They have some contribution, but Plateau United, I think they're back home. They were not playing at all for some time. All right.
But this our current governor is really doing it. He's really trying his best, understand?
It's good to know that. It's very good to hear that.
I appreciate him, but we really want to see more. We want our local team, understand? Our local football, understand, to pick up and to watch and we enjoy the match.
Okay.
Thank you. This is my ritual observation.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah.
There is also, he's also talking about the grassroots.
I was telling you yesterday.
Stephen Keshi under 17 tournament. I'm trying to reach out to him. I think we'll talk much on that, if possible, next week. Because when you are doing something in the name of Stephen Okechukwu Keshi, the big boss, I know how much you love Keshi and a lot of us. If there's supposed to be a sports personality in Nigeria, there is no other one than Stephen Okechukwu Keshi. Because, he's from his playing days in St. Finbar's, people talk about you qualify Nigeria, qualify Togo for the World Cup, you qualify Mali, qualify Nigeria, qualify for AFCON, you are the only two guys in Africa to captain the national team and also, coach and win and win the AFCON. You see, there are a lot of firsts. In fact, at New Nigerian Bank then, Nigerians were playing the Wafu Cup. Shooting Stars failed, Rangers failed, Insurance failed. They were not going and failing. Then New Nigerian Bank, got in there. They won it the first time, won it back to back. They played up to the final. Nigeria withdrew because the Shooting Stars were attacked. And that if not, sometimes we shoot ourselves in the leg. The way we drew, from the AFCON in 1996. The same way we withdrew when New Nigerian Bank were trying to make an anchor, to make history. We allow politics to, to fuse with sports. And that was it. So, Okechukwu Keshi, as a student, the man that was banned with the thing that started the exodus of Nigerian players abroad, and bringing that experience that culminated in a win in 1994, qualifying for the World Cup for the first time, where he is the captain, winning the AFCON as a captain.
Stayed Abidjan.
Of course, he had stayed Abidjan, Strasbourg.
So he has always been a leader.
All right, we are bad going, gentlemen.
Madrid yesterday. The Atletico scored a header, Atletico scored a tap-in, Atletico scored a free kick, Atletico scored a penalty.
Continue.
I'm hoping that Barca are able to get a win today, Ken.
A brute.
So, Ken, I think when we are considering putting a stadium anywhere, we should think about location, and if it's off location, mode of transportation should get to that place.
Yes, I think we should do a study on because when you talk about the Rivers United are suffering. I was in Port Harcourt, and I know what they're trying to do to bring in fans to the stadium. It's just like some airport that are far away from the city. Yeah. You know how difficult it is. So for you guys, I promise you guys this too next week. Those of you are organizing the Stephen Keshi Under-17 tournament, because of the entrepreneurial nature of what you guys are doing, probably we'll bring one of you to talk about that on this show tomorrow. But not on Sunday. Yeah. But until then, where's my biro? I'm Ken Ochonogo. I dropped this. God bless Nigeria.